Alright, what's up, team? So, I used to think that vlogging or anything like that would make me look weird doing it out in public, but I stopped and I thought about it and I realized that most people are on their phones so damn much that I probably just look like I'm FaceTiming or something. So, I'm gonna go ahead and do it. And every day I'm working to be a little bit more consistent with it. There's always going to be that, negativity or fear or whatever in the back of anyone's mind that's going out of their comfort zone. But I think this is good for me. I think that it's something that I should do often. And I think that it's, a journey that I should share with other people. So I'm going for a walk. I'm gonna walk and talk. That's my dog Tink Tinks, little Tinker. Got her out of the divorce. That's a story for another day. But yeah. So check it out. Today's story time. Alright. As usual, it's always gonna be on the subject of business, fitness, the spiritual journey of getting lean, starting over, reclaiming yourself, all that. Tinker, come on. So, today, I had to deal with some hard truths. Alright? I had to deal with some hard truths. And I think that they were difficult for this particular situation just because the person that lashed out at me or whatever, in my eyes, before I was getting lean, they were lean. They were lean. They was doing it. Alright? So when it happened, I was like, shit, man, it's like fourth time, fifth time I'm getting some type of friction, some type of static from you. Everything was cool when you were up here and I was down here. But now that I'm starting to get myself together, all of a sudden, you're picking at me, checking the foundation for weaknesses. All right. So, of course, this isn't just the first time. This is just the first time that I said to myself, damn, maybe I'm doing better than I thought I was, right? Maybe I'm ahead of what I see in the mirror, or the amount of dedication and how locked in I am is more than I give myself credit, right? So, of course, I'm in the Army. That's my profession. Been doing it for about 12 years. Cool. Come on, Tinker, stay close. Smells like. So, this dude walks into, it's not my office, but it's where I work. Tinker. And, he knows me from back when I was his supervisor. I was a little chubby boy. Couldn't put the fork down, right? Now, after the deployment and all that, and everything that, ended up happening after it, I'm starting to get a little bit leaner, a little bit more focused, right? So he come in there
I was like, that's disgusting.
and he's like,
So I just ended up throwing it.
"Hey man, what you doing?" Just chilling, bro. Right? Alright. Hey man. In front of everybody. Hey, you know you got... Why you got... Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to edit this. Why you got two different uniforms on? Basically saying top and bottom, right? Now, there was definitely a time where I always felt the need to explain myself, right? Hold on. Alright, I'm back. So, there was a time when I always felt the need to explain myself, which in most cases is probably over-explaining myself, right? Giving somebody too much access, giving them control over my emotions, all that, right? So I'm not gonna go into details that I'm a single dad, that it was my first day back from vacation in San Diego, visiting family and introducing my daughter to her cousins for the first time at the age of nearly 2. And, got a lot on my plate in the morning for this particular morning. Just went like that, right? And the whole time I'm looking at this guy, I'm noticing that he's right, patting me on my chest, seeing that there ain't much of no man titties over here no more. Your boy been locked in. Alright? So I'm noticing that, and that's pretty much the moment where I put 2 and 2 together, because when you're on your fitness journey and you're actually locked in, you're committed, maybe you're like me, you're over the 6-month hump, you're not excited about what you look like at the end of the year. You're more excited about what you look like 5 years from now, right? With this same commitment for the next 5 years, 10 years. You're excited about being the 80-year-old, still in the gym, pushing 225 plus, right? What was I gonna say? Basically, you're thinking that because you're getting lean, that everybody that you saw as in shape is in the same mind frame, and maybe they're just consistent, but they're not locked in the same way you are, right? They're still taking shortcuts. And everybody knows, or everybody should know by now, shortcuts have a habit of turning into long cuts real quick. They just do, And I always say it, when you're locked in, people are gonna notice. Men are gonna notice, women are gonna notice, your boss is gonna notice, your family's gonna notice, your friends are gonna notice. Some of these people that you're calling your friends, you may have to let them go. You've outgrown them, They're like an old pair of shoes when you were a kid, They fit during the moment. Year passed by. Summer you got a growth spurt, They don't fit no more. You gotta get a new pair of shoes, right? So that was pretty much an eye-opener for me, seeing that, You can be locked in, you can be lean. Hate is hate. People are going to go out of their way sometimes to try to find faults in you, to try to divert you from your path, to try to distract you, right? There's a book called Outwitting the Devil. Highly suggest that, people read it, people even do the audio book, sleep to it, whatever you gotta do. That's the route that I took. And in this book, they got 2 categories of people. And one of the categories is called drifters. Right? Drifters are basically the people that just can't get their shit together because they're unfocused, they're not locked in, they don't think for themselves, so the devil has their way with them. Hey, I'm tired of drifting. I think that everybody does need to make that decision on whether they're drifting or if they're actually paying attention to their surroundings, paying attention to how they're treating their body, how they're treating themselves, the respect that they get from others, the impression that they put on other people, right? All that. Because it all matters. Every inkling of disrespect matters. Doesn't mean that you gotta go out of your way to disrespect them back or anything, but it should be logged into your brain. This person don't respect me. They think they got an edge on me for whatever reason, and they want to hold that over me. So I'm gonna keep on doing me. I'm gonna keep on posting videos, keep lifting weights. I call it AI or whatever. It's not the kind of AI you think. It's Adobe Illustrator. The company itself labels it AI. Not the best marketing because it's very confusing in this AI age. But I don't think that I can go back to drifting. Drifting is what got me in this predicament in the first place. If you go to my Instagram, come on, let's turn around, Tank Tanks. If you go to my Instagram, you'll see that there was a time, in my life where I was lean. There was a time where I was fat and depressed. There was a time where I was, holding a lot of water weight, thinking I was muscular, but who really knows without a DEXA or bod pod or even an in-body where I was really at. But I mean, those pictures are up there, right? That's just to say that I can't drift because I'm coming back from being a drifter, It's what made me have to worry about my self-esteem. It's what made me have to be on antidepressants and think that I needed all those things. It's what made me, like, honestly, most married men shack up with a chick thinking that, oh, you just gotta accept her for who she is. oh, I mean, she's not good to you, but, you know, Bible says that everybody's got to stay married till death do us part. So, you know, you got to stick it out. You got to be everything for her, but she can just be on the couch texting other niggas and shit and not have to be nothing for you, right? That's what drifting does to men. That's what drifting does to women. It doesn't really matter the gender. My channel's more focused towards men, so I typically say men, right? But because I'm a man, and because I've gone through what a lot of men have gone through, and I'm on the other side, almost fully on the other side, still a few more days until that old anchor is done for, right? But because I'm on the other side, and I've been working on myself, and I don't accept disrespect, and I do work my discipline muscle, but I work my consistency muscle even more than my discipline muscle, right? I know I'm not gonna drift as long as I don't let that in. As soon as that starts trying to come my way, I'm cutting you off, bro. Shit. Like my ex-wife said, I only got one life to live, right? So I'm not gonna spend my time being around people that I don't like. I don't care what the perceived, you know, benefits can be, or what the perceived, you know, perception of that friendship or relationship can be. Because if it's crushing you on the inside, then you need to move on. Life is beautiful. I think that it's meant to be enjoyed, but I don't think that most people got what it takes to actually let go of the societal norms of eating in excess, of running in the rat race, breaking promises, you know, not having accountability for themselves, right? I don't think that most people can really lock in that hard to be able to fully enjoy this shit. It is what it is. So, alright team, that's really all I got for this video. Make sure that you like and subscribe. Make sure that you continue to follow my journey, right? My fitness journey, my fat loss journey, my gaining muscle journey, all that, right? Continue to follow all that. Came back from my deployment in February of 2026 when 233 pounds, biggest I've ever been in my entire life. Right now it is April and I'm down to 195, and I'm still, according to the InBody, man, I'm still 18% body fat, right? So I got a long way to go. It's not nowhere near over. Because even when I do get back to my goal body fat percentage, right? The self-betterment doesn't stop, right? I still want muscles on muscles, right? still want to master AI or Adobe Illustrator, right? All that. Become a business owner. Become, the best father that I can be. Get the accolades, get the possessions that I want. All that. Just a winner's mentality. So, y'all stay locked in. Follow me on IG, JC_fit2026. And, I'll keep on producing these videos. Later.